Good afternoon, my auspicious friends. It is I, Mr. DJ, and I'm back with another spectacular book for you to enjoy. I'm here with my fine furry friend, Mr. Spiky. I really like your tie, Mr. Spiky. And we have a wonderful, hopefully not too exciting book to share with you today. It is called Mr. Tiger Goes Wild. Oh, that sounds a little bit too strange, but hopefully this book isn't too wild for us today. I'm very excited to read it to you because it is by one of my favorite authors, Peter Brown. He wrote another book that I like that you might like as well called Creepy Carrots. So if you liked that book, you might love Mr. Tiger Goes Wild. I'm going to share this book with you in a very polite, calm way. We won't be going wild in this read aloud today. And I hope you enjoy this exquisite story. Let's get started with Mr. Tiger Goes Wild. Ooh, and lots of lovely art in this story. Everyone was perfectly fine with the way things were. Everyone but Mr. Tiger. So we can see all the gray animals in their very, very proper outfits. Mr. Tiger has a very, very proper outfit on as well. Well, we shall see if everything stays the way things are. Mr. Tiger was bored with always being so proper. I don't know how you could get bored of being proper. I'm always proper. Mr. DJ is always very proper. Good day, Mr. Tiger, said Mr. Deer. Good day, Mr. Deer, said Mr. Tiger. Lovely weather we're having. I suppose, says Mr. Tiger. Indeed, says Mr. Deer. Now, children, please do not act like wild animals, says Miss Horse. So, of course, everyone is very, very proper, very, very prim. He wanted to loosen up. He wanted to have fun. He wanted to be wild. Oh my goodness. Have you ever been wild? Couldn't imagine. And then, one day, Mr. Tiger had a very wild idea. Heavens. Let's see what Mr. Tiger's idea is. And we can see Mr. Tiger has gotten down on all fours like a wild animal. Well, Spiky, I know for sure neither you nor I would ever do such a thing. But Mr. Tiger has sort of lost his marbles. Ooh. He felt better already. And of course the other animals are looking at him like he is a crazy tiger running around on his hands and feet. Mr. Tiger became wilder and wilder each day. Oh my goodness. And he sits on the bench and he goes, roar! Well, maybe we might like to try roaring like Mr. Tiger. Now, I don't know, your mom or your dad or maybe your grandma or grandpa might yell down at you saying, stop all that noise, but maybe just once we can try and roar like Mr. Tiger. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Roar! Whew. Oh. Do believe we went a little wild ourselves. let's continue the story. His friends did not know what to think. Can you imagine someone running around the town roaring, running around on all fours? Peculiar, says Mrs. Wolf. Wow, says Mr. Rhino. Unacceptable, says Mr. Bear. Says Miss Bunny. So people are amazed, weirded out. Some of them are very, very angry. Let's see what happens next. And then Mr. Tiger went a little too far. What has Mr. Tiger done? He's wearing nothing but his tiger stripes. I do fear he's gone a little too wild at this point. I wonder what the neighbors will think. His friends had lost their patience. Mr. Tiger, said Mrs. Elephant, if you must act wild, kindly do so in the wilderness. What? A magnificent idea, says Mr. Tiger. I wonder where he's off to. So Mr. Tiger ran away, and we can see he's leaving the big dreary city where all the houses look the same for the lush green rainforest. Wow, that looks kind of nice to me. I wish I could get out there and frolic around, but no, we must remain proper, Mr. Spiky. Into the wilderness. Wow, spectacular. Oh, wow, this is amazing. He went completely wild. Oh, man, this is a little overwhelming. Roar, he says. Wow. Mr. Spiky, I think we might like to roar again like Mr. Tiger. Should we try it? What do you think, folks? All right. Maybe people won't mind if we roared one more time. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Roar!
Looks like our book has started going wild.
I think I've started going wild too. What about you, Spiky? Now we can see Mr. Tiger out there in the wilderness, looking wild and free, just like us, right, folks? But Mr. Tiger was lonely. I guess you can be wild and still feel a little lonely. He missed his friends. He missed the city. He missed his home. Poor Mr. Tiger. So, Mr. Tiger decided to return. And look, there's people waiting to greet him. They missed him too. And he found that things were beginning to change. So look, some of the other animals in the city are running around on all fours. getting a little wild themselves. Maybe what Mr. Tiger was doing wasn't all the way bad. Now Mr. Tiger felt free to be himself. And he's got no suit on, his regular suit on, and a new set of clothes on, if depending on the way he's feeling from day to day. And so did everyone else. So everyone else felt free to be themselves. The end. Well, that was a pretty wild book. Mr. Tiger Goes Wild by Peter Brown. Man, I guess no matter, Spikey, if you're proper or you're wild, as long as you feel free to be yourself, you'll be doing pretty all right.
Our book today was called Mr. Tiger Goes Wild, written and illustrated by Peter Brown. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I think I'm ready to call it a day. Ooh.